happy birthday to me. Happy birthday. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. Okay, y'all. Anyway, I just had to share that. Welcome. 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 Welcome to the lighthouse. Okay, we're in the yard of the lighthouse right now. We're just enjoying this beautiful sunlight, the beautiful uh, earth. I am super, super excited to invite you guys along. I am Kiki the Light, and I just wanted you guys to come with me on my journey to the lighthouse. Woo woo. So the lighthouse is your place, your safe space. Okay, this is your heaven on earth. This is, to me, it's the fifth dimension. Okay, because it is the new earth. It is whatever you want it to be. It's all things good and everything that makes you happy. Okay, you'll always be on this journey to getting yourself there to the lighthouse, right? So it's a beautiful journey. It's a beautiful thing, but you just have to stay the course.
Hey,
We in the building.
hey, we finally did it, cousin.
Yes, we made it.
Absolutely. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Alhamdulillah. How about
I'm doing great, man. Today's my birthday.
oh, that's what's up. Happy birthday. Turn.
Thank you, thank you. Um, I just wanted to give this, huh?
I said tourist season.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All day. Towards the bull. No, I'm joking. We had this little thing that we used to do when we was in school. Just me and my friend
Mhm.
go like that. It was funny. It was real corny, but it was funny. Um, but yeah, I'm super excited, man. Like we have, gosh, it's been what, 4 years since we started kind
Wow,
of conjuring up this here podcast. So
that's true. And
yeah,
about it doesn't feel like it's been 4 years, but it's been.
exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been 4 years. Actually around the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think it was March when we took our photos 4 years ago. So yeah, it's about somewhere around there. I mean, it's May now, but you know,
Yeah.
we're take.
But
Um,
we still here. We still standing. We
we
still
expanded. We ain't going nowhere.
exactly.
Yes, in fact, y'all gonna see more of us. If anything, it's about to be a very beautiful journey. I wanted to kind of just take some time for the first episode to introduce ourselves. So you want to go first?
Sure, sure.
Okay.
Yours truly, Medicine. Um, what can I say? Started the journey of knowledge of self, I would say in 2012 when the world ended. And we still here. So yeah, I started looking into yoga and looking into consciousness and not just the actual poses and stuff like that, but the philosophy behind it and learning about your chakras and the kundalini and the whole point of existence is to raise your kundalini up to the crown chakra, and these type of things began to pique my interest because I never heard them before. And so I just began to dive in deep, and one thing led to another, led me into my ancestry, becoming one of the family custodians of the records, hence Medicine, the Akashic, holding the records.
There you go.
yeah, I linked up with you. We connected on the Reiki tip. That was another, another branch off from the yoga. There you go at the Choku Ray.
Yeah.
And yeah, we decided to come together and take this journey of just bringing the knowledge to the family and to our extended family, our viewers and stuff like that. So I'm happy to be a part of it. I'm honored that you invited me to, be a part of this thing. And here I am.
Thank you so much, cousin.
Thank
Oh man, I got a lot to say. Oh man, this has been a journey, man. Like I'm just so glad that we're finally here. Like we're finally doing the thing that we set out and said that we were going to do.
you.
Like this is amazing. And thank you so much for joining me on this journey because um 4 years ago, actually 5 years ago, back in 2020, I was thinking about doing a podcast and I had all these friends around and I started with a group of people and then everybody kind of started to trickle off a little bit. And then I got another group of people and then they kind of started trickling off a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I came across your page. And when I saw your page, you had the Choku Ray symbol behind you. And I was like, that's what made me hit you up. And I was like, wait a minute, cousin, what you know about Choku Ray? And he was like, oh, I'm a Reiki master. I was like, for real, me too. So when we connected on that, it was like I kind of instantly knew, like, oh man, I don't know what this is, but we meant to do something together. I don't know what it is, but like because like when we were sharing our stories, we basically kind of been on not necessarily the same path, but um very similar went through very similar life just changes around the same time. So you said your journey started in 2012. Mine started around 2013. I got into I went to like my first meditation class and I think that kind of kick started everything for me. So it was kind of around the same time and just a lot of synchronicities with just life events and stuff. They all kind of had similar timing.
Mm-hmm.
And so just to see that we're on the same path and we're kind of heading towards the same direction in a sense of just bringing peace and love and light to our people, to our families. Um, yeah, man, one band, one sound. Like that's that's kind of what we're on. And
I like that
you
out.
know, look, I try to pull little things from movies all the time. That's one of my favorites actually. One band, one sound. But that is, I don't know, like that to me was like, okay, like I said, I don't know what it was at the time. I was like, I don't know what it is at the time, but that we were supposed to be doing, but I definitely see now, like with the podcast, and I don't know, I feel like this is just the beginning. So this is it's going to get bigger than this.
Definitely.
Yeah. So all we had to do was start it.
I cut the download yesterday is like that we're gonna be doing this like 20 years from now and looking back on this moment.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to do. Like, okay,
Inshallah,
so I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. I want to hear your down.
God willing. I ain't want to jinx it. Inshallah.
Hell, look, God, let me tell you something. Look, I'm getting comfortable. when God when God puts something like a download in your spirit, in your heart, it's okay. Ain't nothing gonna touch it. Ain't nothing gonna come for it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, I mean, at least that's how I feel. I
Yeah.
told somebody that I see myself on stage performing, thousands of people scream my name.
Yeah.
And you know what they said? But you
You,
can't sing.
you crazy. Kiki, what you talking about?
Right. But you can't sing. That was their response. And I'm like, wow,
I
this
could
is
talk
not
I could talk.
Right. Like, I'm
My
like,
lyrics
well, I mean, I got a little bit of, little lyrics or something, but
got some bars though.
right, that's what I'm saying. Like, they ain't even know that. But
Right.
the thing is at that moment I also realized, like, this is between me and God. God showed me that, and it's not necessarily saying it like, somebody's gonna jinx it, because ain't nobody gonna take that from me. That was a whole vision. That I had a whole, like, spiritual experience, seeing myself. It was beautiful, and it's gonna happen either
Of
way.
course,
It don't matter what, you know. Ain't
of
nobody
course,
gonna put no evil eye, nothing like that on there. It's mine. So.
of claim that, own that.
Hmm. You was there too. You was
Yeah.
on stage with me. It was a us thing.
Hey, that's what's up.
Absolutely.
So, there's a story behind that. I can't really remember the story off the top of my head right now, but there's a reason why you say inshallah or why you say God willing.
Mm.
I could try to fumble it right now, but I just know it was like something about some farmers, and the one man was trying to grow something on his side of the fence, and the other man was trying to grow something on his side. And I guess the one farmer wasn't saying God willing, and so
Mm.
matter of fact, yeah, he was bragging about his farm. Like, oh yeah, my farm lit over here. You know what I'm saying? We got the yams over here. We got the cabbage. We got lettuce and all of that. And he was just really gloating like about his farm and the other
Mm.
garden or however the story goes. But the other guy he was having trouble with his. But he was saying, yeah, my farm's gonna be lit too, inshallah.
Mm.
Like, yeah, I see your yams over there, but mine's gonna be lit too.
Okay.
uh, Something happened where the guy's farm had caught fire, and
Mm.
one who was gloating, and then the other man's his farm started to grow, or maybe it didn't grow, but maybe it was just like peaking at its own level. But now that the other guy's farm burnt down, the level that he was at is now better than the man who had everything.
Mhm.
So that's where the tradition of saying inshallah after something just to bless it. Like you said, it can't really be jinxed, it can't really be taken away, but just to throw that extra seal on there.
Look, I learn something every day, and you just humbled me. Okay, so I'm gonna take that, and inshallah, I'm using that every time now.
Indeed.
Alrighty. Um, Sorry, my throat has been dry today, and I don't know why. But pollen. Pollen's real bad down here in Georgia.
Yeah, the pollen's up here too.
Yeah.
Yep, all over the cars.
Mm-hmm. As soon as you step outside.
I'm drinking the kombucha right now with some ginger and lemon.
Okay. I was actually gonna go and grab my green juice real quick because it's in there waiting on me, but I was like, nah, I don't got time. As soon as I pulled my blanket off and I was about to go get it, you came in. I was like, okay, nope,
Oh,
time
man.
to work. Got my water. So,
What's up?
um, I wanted to, kind of ask, like, let me see. Hold on. See, I may have to edit this part out. Excuse me. I wanted to kind of ask you, is there okay, well first I'll explain what's been going on with me. So
Okay.
leading up into, like, the recording of the first episode, um, I had a lot of maybe a little bit of angst, a little bit of um imposter syndrome.
Hmm.
So what was coming up for me was, I don't know if I'm qualified enough to start a podcast, to be talking about spiritual things. Um, that was just one of that was just something that I personally was dealing with. And I'm like, well, nobody's going to listen to me, all these little things that would come up.
Hmm.
And so I kind of wanted to ask the question, did you kind of deal with that as well? Or did you kind of just jump in it like, yeah, I've been waiting on this. I got a lot to say.
No, I would say I definitely dealt with that. And I would say more so 4 years ago when we recorded that first episode back then, or that trial episode. I,
Hmm.
I felt it a lot then. Now, I'm just a little more relaxed. I don't really have any expectations, and I'm just chilling here talking with my cousin. So whatever comes out of that is alhamdulillah, you know, all praises.
All praises. I love that because that's literally the same energy that I'm in now. But at first it wasn't even really the recording part to me. It was more so like, oh man, I gotta learn how to edit. It was like the side stuff that I had to learn how to do on my own. Um, but as far as like the recording now, I'm just like, okay, like we're doing this. Like
Right.
the first time I was nervous. I was I
Yeah,
was probably sweating. I was so nervous. But now it does feel like more like, just a conversation.
right. Because
Yeah.
we now that you honed your editing skills, you know what I'm saying, we could always cut, paste, snip.
Honed. uh, well, I'm working on it and we'll see how it comes out.
Uh-oh, maybe I'll get a little nervous. Yo,
Right. This is still the first episode. Y'all, in fact, y'all get to see that whole process from the first episode all the way to the 100th episode to the 1,000th episode of how this editing goes. So
that's
if you
cool.
see, if you see a couple little hiccups here and there, just ignore it.
The growing process.
There you go. And you know what? I kind of wanted to record that anyway. I wanted to show like our beginning stages of not being so perfect because that was the main thing that held me up from actually jumping was it's not perfect. I don't have this set up. I don't have this in this and you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
and I feel like you helped me a lot with that too because you was like, it'll be all right because just long as the content, as long as we got something to say. And I'm like, yeah, but the lighting, we need lights. So we need background. Like,
We could just use a background, whatever. Like
right.
we figure out. We grow as we go.
Exactly. And it's so funny. I still paid for that stuff too, and I ain't even ended up using it. So I'm just
But
like,
you-
this works perfect. This is great lighting and great sound all off of my phone. So it's what it is.
the technology.
Exactly. All right.
If I had this, uh, if I had this in 2012 when I was doing music, I'd have been made it.
Oh yeah. I did music for a little bit too. We recorded like one song.
Yeah,
It wasn't. We're gonna leave that in the in the archives where they belong.
I could tell you got some writing skills though for sure.
You know what's funny about that? I've had writer's block for like 10 years.
Yeah.
I'm not even over exaggerating. I did not pick up a pen and write anything worth saying uh, for about 10 years. And I could not for the life of me figure out what it was.
Hmm.
I had people that were actually willing to work with me. I just had to give them something to work with.
Right.
And I could not sit down and write a song. I don't know. Nothing was coming to me. Nothing was um I just had a lot of blocks. And
Yeah.
now I see it was a lot of spiritual blocks. It was a lot of mental blocks, emotional blocks,
Hmm.
and going through the process of just working on myself and my shadow side.
Yeah.
doing all that shadow work now is starting to come out a lot easier. Not just like while I'm doing massages, but now it actually comes out. Um, I'm still not with the freestyle just yet. Like I'm getting there, but
Yeah.
I have it in me. I got like full on albums inside of me.
I believe.
I gotta pull them out, man. Like when I say like they're in there because they come out. Like I said, when I'm massaging, oh, I'm better than Jay-Z. I'm better than like for real. But then by the time I go to wash my hands, I done forgot everything.
Or can't just pull out and record it while you massaging. Like, oh, hold on, right quick.
And I tried. You know what? I tried,
But you,
but it was weird because I said it out because I had to say it out loud, and then I got like I don't know.
oh yeah, hearing your, it didn't sound like in your head how it sounded out loud.
It's like it'll flow in my head clearly, clear as day, like with no interruptions. As soon as I speak it out my mouth, I'm like
Yeah,
stuttering or I'm off beat or something. I'm like, no, what was that word? Like I just it don't there's a disconnect. So
right.
I got once I figured that out though, man.
Sky's the limit.
Exactly. I don't care how old 35. What? What? I don't care.
You said something that's like a hot topic right now, or like a hot word, a buzzword, shadow work.
Mm.
Can you speak more about that? Because I think some people get scared or like maybe turned off about it. People that don't know what that is. So can you elaborate on what shadow work is?
Yeah. Well, if you look at it like this, everybody has a light and dark side to them, right? Like there is no just bad person and just good person. Everybody has total lie, good or bad or whatever. Everybody has did something against themselves that it would be considered like a sin against yourself or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
This non-religious, non-judgmental zone here, but so just recognizing that you do have a shadow side and that you do have that dark side, but instead of shunning it like we're kind of taught to do in society,
Mm-hmm.
you work through how to not embrace it, but how to let it work for you when you need it to work for you, basically. So
Yeah.
like, I mean, that's basically the only way I can really put it because I literally just learned this last year. This took me 34 years to learn. I don't know, or I didn't know that I was not supposed to get rid of negativity.
Mm.
My whole spiritual journey since 2015, meaning from doing Reiki and stuff, I think I started Reiki in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking, oh, get rid of the negativity, get rid of it, like the whole time.
Yeah.
Clear your energy, of all negativity. I didn't realize that some of that is actually creating some karma.
Mm.
So sometimes it may be like a negative energy that is within you, but where's that negative energy stemming from? That could be your inner child. More than likely, 9 times out of 10, it is inner child wounds.
Mm-hmm.
Wanting to be expressed, wanting to be heard, throwing a little temper tantrum because it doesn't get the love, it doesn't get the just the acknowledgement that that it wanted. And so it shows up in different ways in your life. So when you do shadow work, you're literally working on your inner child. You are connecting with yourself in every aspect, every form that you can to not just heal yourself at that, but like to heal those core wounds and where they come from, like getting to know those wounds and where they come from. When you start to really see where stuff from like when you were 4 and 5 years old actually starts to affect you in your grown, age,
Yeah.
it's like you can't do nothing but feel compassion for that. You don't want to get rid of it. It's not like I want to purge this. It's more so like, oh, like I didn't know any better. Like I didn't you have compassion for yourself, and you have compassion um for your shadow side. And
Hmm.
so the work is really just learning how to cultivate both and use them both to your ability, but also to just love every aspect of yourself.
Mm, I like that. I like that answer.
Thanks.
'Cause I never heard it explained in that manner before, so I like that. I have a little light thing that you just said as far as like your childhood coming up and showing up in your and I was talking with my mother-in-law earlier, and she was like, "Oh, you still wash dishes? Why you don't just use the dishwasher?" I was like, "Well, growing up, I never was able to use the dishwasher. It was like a discipline to do the dishes, and still
Mhm.
I just do the dishes." And it's ingrained from childhood of not being able to use that. So I could see, on deeper levels how that could show up in your life as an adult.
Oh yeah. That was a perfect example. That's um in fact, oh gosh, what was it? I was listening to something, was it yesterday? Um and he oh gosh, I can't remember what it was, but I was scrolling, and he was talking about how we still do things from when we were a child, not even realizing it in this day and age. Like we won't even wear this, certain colors, maybe because we got bullied, like wear certain things or wear our hair a certain way because we might have gotten bullied back, then, or um, do things a certain way that still affect us like to this day. And that's basically shadow work, working on that. And how do you work on that? Shadow work looks different for everybody, but um, one way you could is just journaling. Journaling has helped me a lot, and I don't do it as much as I need to at all. But um, even just a little bit that I do is
Right.
it helps so much. Like I literally just sit down and I ask myself, how do I feel right now? Or what is bothering me right now? Or um, why do I feel like I have to do this right here? And you will be surprised at yourself, because what ends up happening a lot of times,
Hmm.
your pen will just start writing. And I'm not even joking. Like I will start something and I'm just like hearing myself write. And I'm like, okay, like I'm not actually thinking these thoughts. I'm not like, I don't want to say it's not me, because it is me, but
Yeah.
it's a different aspect of me. So I'm asking me the question, but the other aspect of me is answering.
It's like a somatic response almost,
Yeah, exactly.
because that muscle memory. So
Yep.
the question is being answered by your body, who's retained all of the experiences that you've gone through. So that makes perfect sense.
But I like when I go there though, because it's like once I do, I can get so creative after that. And I've noticed that quite a few times. And that's another thing that I realized. I have to apologize to all the people who I tried to push my little positivity on, because I realized that, okay, I actually learned that this year. There's a term that's been going around called toxic positivity, right?
Yeah,
I don't like that word. I don't like it because
me neither.
I hate it really, because I'm like, you don't understand. Like, how is positivity toxic? But when I hear people explain it and how they feel like their feelings are invalid, it's like I get it. So
Mhm.
I can understand it. Like,
Right.
I don't like it, but I can understand it from their point of view. And so to everyone who I have tried to sprinkle a little happiness and, oh, just look at the bright side, I apologize. I was never trying to make anyone feel invalid or like your feelings weren't heard or trying to be understood. I literally was just trying to make the situation better the way that I know how to. And that's I just all I can do is speak from my own experience. So if that offended anyone, then I sincerely apologize.
So wait a minute, you're saying that what I'm hearing is people are feeling like gaslit by
Mhm. Exactly, because
the rest of
um and I've this is not the first time I've heard this. I've heard this like at least 3 or 4 different times that
Mhm,
basically they don't like when someone says, "Okay, oh, just look at the bright side," for instance.
mhm,
They're like, "Okay, don't you think I've tried to look at the bright side? Like, it's still not working," and like, it
mm,
feels I guess to them, it feels like it's coming from, "I don't understand you, so this is the answer I'm gonna give you to just keep pushing and moving instead of actually trying to understand me."
okay. So they're kind of taking your positivity as disingenuous.
Yeah,
Like, okay.
and that's not where it's coming from. I'm literally just trying to give my solution for everything. Like, literally, that's my solution for everything. If I'm upset and I'm, like, angry, I there was one moment where I was angry to the point of tears, and I just sat down. I said, "You know, I'm gonna write about this motherfucker," and I started, like I didn't even have a pen and paper, I had my phone. So I just started writing in my journal on my phone, and I had pages.
Letting it out.
I was letting out everything. But once I did that, I started writing my book, and I wrote the first chapter of my book after
Mhm.
that. And I was like, "Man, this that cleared up writer's block. I need to be getting mad more often." Like,
Right, right,
this is,
exactly.
that's so,
That's
um
blockages. That was a blockage that was released, sounds like.
exactly, and you know what it was? Probably because I didn't allow myself to feel the anger,
Mhm.
because I usually don't allow myself to feel anger, and
S
it's
s
not I don't know, I just feel like my anger could set off you ever hear about like the motion of the butterfly? Like how on one side of the earth, the butterfly would flap its wings and then it could cause a whole
storm on
tsunami or a tornado or something on the other side of the world. That's kind of how I see my energy. Like one small little thing that I do, if I crash out or whatever, could really have like a energetic influence in some kind of way, and I don't. So
right.
I just try to be very mindful of what I get angry about, what I get sad about. Like I try to still feel those feelings because I don't want to invalidate myself either, but I also want to make sure that I'm like, okay, I don't want to be over here creating this kind of karma to come back on me or my family. You know what I mean? Like it's
And like a ripple effect.
yeah, like it I've I've seen there's reasons why I believe the way I believe. Trust me.
Yeah,
It's always because I've seen it happen or I've seen it in real time how it can kind of affect, so
right.
just yeah.
That's what's up. Well, look forward to continuing to dive deep into these subjects.
Thank you
Mm,
so much, cousin, for doing this with me and for trusting me. And I don't know, man. I feel like it's gonna be great. This is gonna be like the beginning of something really, really good. Cause
I know it. I know it to be so. And thank you for holding me accountable and giving me those nudges to get my act together.
of course. I can't let you fall and you can't let me fall. Okay. We in this thing together. Like we got our spiritual team on the other side. They pushing us too. So they ain't gonna let us fall either.
Indeed.
Inshallah.
Well, all right then, cuz. You have a good night. Enjoy your solar return.
Thank you.
You can't necessarily find your happiness in someone else's path to their lighthouse, right? So when you have so many different people and so many different energies and so many, like, it's really easy to get into a box of categories of types of people. Oh, this person is this way, this person, no, everybody has their own thing, has their own vibe, has their own aura. Everybody is an original, right? Everybody with their makeup, in their past lives, in their energy, in their DNA, in their RNA, like everything that makes that person who they are is original. So what works for you ain't gonna work for the next person. You know what I'm saying? What works for them is not gonna work for you. So you have to find your own journey to the lighthouse. Okay.
Almost like when they say, be what you want to be, you can actually do that by using your tongue, manifesting things. But you can't just say it. You can say, I want to get some money, but what you gonna do to go get it? You can't just say something and expect for it to come to you. But you can say it and apply it.
So what you're saying is your interpretation of manifestation is like having a plan, like speak it and then put action behind it.
Right.
Okay.
And execute it.
Okay.
I feel like more solely by yourself. Don't tell nobody. Not too many people. Just do it. What
Okay.
you think manifestation is.
So I watched this movie called The Secret, and it was working for me for a while, and then all of a sudden it just stopped working. And I was like, well, how come when I think of a green light at the stop sign, it's not changing no more? And
Um,
have you seen that movie?
no, I haven't seen that.
You gotta watch that movie. It's actually really good. That was my introduction into energy work, into self-help books and all that stuff. Like, it really, really broadened my perspective on what we can actually do with our minds.
Yeah. I mean, I believe it's powerful for real, but you gotta believe it.
Mm-hmm.
You say it, you gotta believe it,
Mm-hmm.
and you can do it. Sometimes you might have to leave your environment or leave some people behind to do what you need to do. But you don't need nobody discouraging you. And most people who can't see your vision, they're gonna discourage
Mm. People aren't haters on purpose.
you. You don't think so?
I don't think so at all, because everybody claim that they hate haters, but half the people that claim that they hate haters be the ones hating on you. So I don't think they know that they're haters. I think, I mean, I don't want to say it's boring, they born haters and nothing like that, but it's innately in them to respond in the way that
Uh-uh.
they respond.
They know. It's just that they saying one thing, but they doing something else. They saying they not a hater. Like I believe in don't listen to what I say. Watch what I do.
Hmm.
Because I can say anything,
Yep.
but what am I doing? So people can say they not hating. Telling the truth is not hating.
Yeah, a lot of people think that is.
And
A
telling the
lot.
truth is not hating. I mean, you just got to be able to take criticism.
Hmm.
That's all. Depending on who it's coming from. Because some people criticism is gonna be hate.
Hmm. I believe it's in the way you say it, to me,
What you mean?
because if you really, first of all, if you really know that person and you really care for that person, then you would care how it's presented to you in the way that you say something. So, say for instance, somebody gives you a gift and they just slap it on the table in this package and everything with the receipt.
I was just
So
like,
you,
here.
yeah, and just say here. You appreciate the gift, but you like, dang, you could have wrapped it nice, put a bow on it or something. You could have gave it to me nice, but it's all in the way that you say it. It's like your delivery is the same way. They think that they are loving you wholeheartedly, but they're loving you the way that they know how, one, and they're delivering this honesty in a way that they know how. Same thing with a friend. They're delivering this honesty in a way that they know how, not necessarily how you receive it. So I don't think that they mean to say it in a way. That's just how they are. Like, some people rude. some people can get a little disrespectful, but
I mean,
maybe that's how they grew up.
some things you can't say in a nice way. Like if I'm passionate about it and I need to get through to you, I'm gonna give it to you raw. Like it is what it is. If it's true and it's beneficial to help you, I'd rather be real with you and fall out versus being fake just to
But
be
is it
cool with you.
necessary though?
Yeah, it is.
Why?
Because depending on who it's coming from, they're not gonna just say anything.
Yeah, but why
Like
not
if you
just throw a bow
wrong,
on it?
like if you wrong, and I tell you that you wrong, but you don't like that I'm saying you wrong, we can
No,
fall out about it. I
but
wouldn't
it may
care.
not even be that I like that you saying I don't like that you saying that I'm wrong. It just could be your delivery. Like, don't yell at me saying I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's just all in the way you say it. Like, if you were to grab her hand,
Hmm.
sit her down at the table, say, babe, I know this is so and so, whatever, but I need you to, you know, see it from this point of view. That's a little more respectful than you wrong, bitch, you wrong. You know what I'm saying? And
Oh
she's
yeah,
gonna
I
she's gonna
wouldn't come off
receive
like
it.
that.
Yeah, she's gonna receive it in that way too. She's gonna receive it in a different way. You get a different, in fact, you get a whole totally different woman.
Yeah, or person, like especially if you're saying it around some people,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna put the other person on the fence, like they gotta
Right.
defend themselves.
And you don't want nobody on the fence.
And it depends on the topic of discussion and how long we've been talking about it. Like sometimes you gotta look people in their face and be firm to let them know like it's serious. I just respect when people firm with me. If you firm with me and it's the truth, I
Mm-hmm.
can't do nothing but respect it. I can tell you later, man, you could have said it a little better than that. But I do agree. And some people don't want to hear the truth. Some people can't accept the truth.
That's true. And I guess it does depend on who it's coming from too. Because sometimes people just feel like they can just tell you the truth all the time and critique every little thing that you do, and then it becomes like, okay, well now, are you saying this for my benefit, or are you just trying to change me into what you want me to be?
Yeah, like nitpicking.
Yeah.
I mean, you need people around you who will tell you when you're wrong. But when I feel like when you're trying to actually accomplish something, you can't tell everybody. I know people like that who will purposely discourage you.
Mm.
So me, I just keep it locked to myself now.
How us black folks uh tend to, like, not necessarily throw shade, but like when somebody's doing good, like, we gotta joke with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta roast them or whatever.
I be feeling like people who do stuff like that they say hateful stuff, but they be serious. But they
Mm-hmm.
saying it in a playing manner. Me personally,
Mm-hmm.
I never go to nobody who I'm cool with and say something hateful like I'm playing. Cause my mind not even gonna go there.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I even play with you like that?
Mm-hmm.
And I done seen it over the years. A lot of people be fake. They be acting like they be for you. They get around a crowd of people and say something funny where they something that they think funny, and they serious about what they saying, but they acting like they playing.
Mm.
So you got to watch them kind of people.
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't want to see you do good. I mean, I know me and my partner just had a conversation when I was on the way to Atlanta Friday, and I've been doing this since elementary. We was talking about that the other day. Like sometimes a lot of people don't understand how you keep winning, and they stay in the same position. Because I don't move with bad intentions. I'm not worried about the next person, and I want you to do good, even if we're not cool. I ain't gonna wish no bad on
So
you. I just don't mess with you.
would you be willing to like take somebody under your wing and teach them like the way that you was taught about, manifestation, different ways of life?
Yeah, but is everybody coachable?
Mm,
Got to be coachable too.
okay.
You can learn from a bum on the street. Got to be open to it. Some people don't want to. Like, if somebody took me somewhere in life that'll change my life,
Mm-hmm.
I'm always had a respect for them. Some people don't want to pay homage. Some people gonna want to outdo the person who showed them, like it's a competition thing. People just funny. People just funny. I be very careful about who I bring up under me because it can cause envy too.
Mm-hmm. Where do you think that comes from?
As far as the jealousy,
Mm-hmm.
I feel it. I feel like it comes from people. First of all, with low self-esteem, no drive or anything, because everybody got the same 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
You might get it different than I get it. We could both get rich. It might take you a little longer, but I'm not going to be mad. Like I run an entertainment company. I'm not going to be mad if I signed an artist and that artist blew up before I did.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I be mad when we on the same team? If he win, I'm gonna win.
Right.
It ain't always good to be the man. The man take the hardest fall,
Mm.
and nobody gonna be able to catch him.
I just want to do a meditation. You want to do a meditation with me? Take a deep breath in. Deep breath in. And exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale. Imagine a globe of fire, white fire, coming down from heaven and engulfing you. Just imagine it's coming down and surrounding you. And as it surrounds you, it's burning off all negative energy, all discordant, unwanted energy, anything that does not serve you, anything that's not part of your original divine blueprint, it's burning up. Take a deep breath in this reality. And exhale. And repeat after me. I am divine light, glowing light, radiating light, intensified light. God consumes my darkness, transmuting it into light. This day, I am a focus of the central sun. Flowing through me is a crystal river, a living fountain of light that can never be qualified by human thought and feeling. I am an outpost of the divine. Such darkness that has used me is swallowed up by the mighty river of light. Hold on, say that one again. By the mighty river of light. By the mighty river of light, which I am. I am, I am, I am. Divine light. I live, I live, I live in divine light. I am light's fullest dimension. I am light's purest intention. I am divine light, flooding the world everywhere I move, blessing, strengthening, and conveying the purpose of the kingdom of heaven. Now imagine this light that surrounds you glowing brighter and brighter, and it's igniting the flame within your heart. It's a threefold flame. Looks like a little braid, and it's just burning and connecting to the fire that surrounds you. And together, they swirl around your entire energy field and throughout your entire body, cleansing you, purifying you. Imagine this now. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Okay. I'm only going to do that one time because these bugs is biting me. I usually do it 3 times. But these bugs are biting me. You felt it?
So bright.
All right, episode 1 is in the works. We got it down. Woo, woo. It's done.
That's it. La Pishka now.
La Pishka now.
And then now.